Movies. People have been known to anticipate them, and I on many occasions have been told that I myself am people. So here we go. These are my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2016. Number 10. Okay, so I'm cheating off the bat already. This is technically 3 movies. It was originally going to be just Assassin's Creed, but I feel like I have to talk about this genre specifically for 2016. So this year we have 3 pretty big video game movies coming out. This is going to be the year that pretty much video game movies are going to live or die on. If these movies don't succeed, then can we just put the video game genre out and take it out back like old Yalla and just put one in the back of its skull, please, because it needs to die. It either needs to succeed this year or it's done. So we have Ratchet & Clank, Warcraft, and Assassin's Creed. I'm going to talk about Assassin's Creed mostly, backed pretty much exclusively by Michael Fassbender. He wants this movie made, and look, I can't wait to see it. I'm a big fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, so I want to see what he does with it. Apparently it's a new story that doesn't really tie into the video games per se, but it still exists in the same universe, I think. But yeah, essentially this year will pretty much dictate whether video game movies continue going forward. I mean, if they can't nail these 3 movies, at least one of them, then it's just done. It's over, we move on. Number 9. Can morbid curiosity count as to why I want to see a movie? I just want to see what they do with this movie, to be honest. Yeah, so Ghostbusters, not a film franchise I felt needed anything more to be said about it. I thought it was done. I thought 2 movies, one was great, second one was good, but it's done. Can we not just move on? So of all the movies that are getting this new expanded universe treatment, I know this isn't a reboot, it's a part of the expanded universe, I didn't think Ghostbusters would be the one. And yes, I know it's an all-woman cast. I really don't care either way. They could have done it with men. They could have done it with women. For me, it's just like, why Ghostbusters? Why, of all the franchises in the world, Ghostbusters? I don't know, but like I said, morbid curiosity. I can't wait to see how this movie goes. That's why it's at number 9. Number 8. This another one, morbid curiosity. I just want to see what they do with this movie. First trailer had me going, fuck yeah, this actually looks good. I like Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. I think he's going to do a good job. And in my mind, it was still, this is Batman versus Superman. How fucking cool is that? And then the second trailer dropped, and I was just like, no. No. Giving away the big villain reveal was probably not the smartest choice, but apparently there's another villain in the movie, and we'll see how that goes. It's going to make the movie feel a bit bloated, seeing as we have yet to see Aquaman, The Flash, possibly Cyborg, and I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. But yeah, once again, it's still Batman v Superman, which is cool, but I just need to see if this movie is actually any good, because once again, if this movie doesn't perform, what happens to the Justice League? I can only imagine bad things. Number 7. So, Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, Shane Black, in a movie set in the 70s that just looks pretty fucking cool. It's like a detective drama. It doesn't really matter to me. It's Shane Black. I love his movies. I love Ryan Gosling when he's not the romantic lead in a shitty movie about a house being built and stuff happens. And Russell Crowe is Russell Crowe. He's fucking awesome. So I just can't wait to see this movie. It's 3 guys who I really respect in their particular fields, and I just want to see them do some cool shit. Number 6. Another one with a few guys in their field that absolutely nail it. It's the Coen Brothers back with Hail Caesar. Once again, awesome cast, awesome directors. I will watch anything the Coen Brothers do. I can't wait for this movie. It just looks really cool. It's like a throwback to the 30s, the golden age of cinema. You got George Clooney, Josh Brolin, Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum, the list goes on. I just think it's going to be a cool movie. I can't wait for it. Number 5. So Days of Future Past was one of my favourite movies of 2014. Did it come out in 2014? Sure it did. And really continued on where First Class left off. It was making us forget about X-Men The Last Stand and really bring us into this new X-Men era, which I'm really, really liking. And this really seems to be the end of this trilogy. A lot of the actors are moving on to different projects, so this will really wrap up this whole story. And we get Apocalypse, played by Oscar Isaac, who was awesome in Star Wars, and I can't wait to see him as an awesome villain here. Number 4. Once again, Winter Soldier, one of my favourite of the standalone Marvel movies. Thought it was fantastic, and the fact that it's the same guys doing this one, it's Civil War, one of the most iconic comic book stories of all time, whether it be good or not. Basically, it comes down to it's Cap v Iron Man with like a bunch of people on either side, Spider-Man hopefully right down the middle, and yeah, I just can't wait to see it. It's basically Avengers 2.5, which I'm totally okay with. I can't wait for this movie just now. Please, now. Number 3. Well, we some kind of Suicide Squad. I'm sorry for that terrible impression. But Suicide Squad, the last trailer just fucking blew my mind. The use of the music with Bohemian Rhapsody was awesome. I really wanted to do a trailer review on it, but I wasn't in town when it came out, so I couldn't do it. but the trailer blew my mind. It looks fucking awesome. It's the right amount of dark. It's the right amount of fun. I think it's going to be fucking sick. And it focuses on a group of characters who we're not that familiar with. Me especially, because I'm more of a Marvel guy than a DC guy. But of the guys I know, Joker, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and Killer Croc, the rest of them are real mysteries to me. I don't know anything about them, so I'm looking forward to learning more about them in this movie. This is basically DC doing what Marvel did with Guardians of the Galaxy. It gives you a cast of characters you're really not familiar with, puts them in a really fun, awesome setting that you can get behind with an awesome soundtrack behind it, and just go and have fun in the movies, which is imperative. You've got to have fun when you go to the movies, and this movie looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Number 2. Speaking of fun, awesome comic book movies, Deadpool! He is my favourite comic book character of all time, and the fact that they are doing a hard cinematic movie with Deadpool in it. I never thought I would see the day. I hope this movie's good. It's coming out in 2 weeks. I've said everything I can about it. It looks fucking awesome. Ryan Reynolds just embodies the Wade Wilson Deadpool character, and hopefully this can just erase X-Men Origins Wolverine out of our mind and the complete and utter disservice they did to the Deadpool character. Number 1. Would it be anything else but Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story? Dumb name, hopefully an awesome film. I can't wait for this movie. It's the first non-trilogy movie. It's an anthology movie. It happened within the universe, just not to any of sort of the main characters you've come to know from the past 7 films. But hopefully it doesn't stop any of them from showing up. Hopefully Darth Vader's in this movie. Fingers are crossed for that one. But yeah, the cast looks good. It's got a good director, so it can't be bad, can it? Please don't be bad. So yeah, those are my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2016, and the fact that we're in 2016 is a scary thought, because years just seem to be going by really quick now. I suppose that's what happens when you sort of landmark your years with movies. It's like that movie's in January, and that one's in February, and those ones are there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and all of a sudden I'll be doing my top 10 anticipated of 2017. But until then, what are your 10 most anticipated movies of 2016? Leave them in the comments below. Click right here for all your movie needs, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.